Tom Aspinall versus Sergei Pavlovich is the best fight we could have got to replace Jon Jones versus Stipe Miocic. I mean, you have two completely different guys stepping in for this interim title fight. You have Tom Aspinall, who is one of the fastest heavyweights that I've seen. He moves so quick on his feet, and he also has an element of grappling to his game as well that we've seen has been very effective against some of these other heavyweight opponents. And then there's Sergei Pavlovich, just a freak of nature that has been knocking out everything in his path. He's on a 6-fight win streak, and all of them have been by knockout. This guy finishes his opponents quick, and he finishes them effectively. He has devastating power, and he's going to be looking to use that in this fight against Aspinall. Also, both of these guys have the two shortest times in the octagon in the entirety of the UFC. So we're pretty much guaranteed to get a finish here. So let's take a closer look at how these two are going to fight on Saturday night. So we're going to have Tom Aspinall, who is very quick on his feet, like I said, and can really throw quick combinations very, very quick. And this is the thing with Aspinall. This is going to be his advantage here against Pavlovich. He's going to have the speed advantage. He's going to be able to move in and out of the pocket, throwing quick jabs or quick crosses, and he's going to be able to really dictate the tempo of the fight. He's going to have to be quick entering the pocket because Sergei Pavlovich's power is no joke. One punch could definitely end this fight, and I think Aspinall needs to know that. He needs to understand that if he really tries to get into a stand and bang fight with this guy, it's just not going to be good news for him. This is not going to go his way. He needs to use his grappling and also use his speed, mostly, to get the job done in this fight. We've only seen Sergei Pavlovich be finished one time in the UFC, and that was against Alistair Overeem, where he was in a tie clinch with him, and then he got tripped and was put on his back, and he couldn't get up. But this is heavyweight MMA. It's going to be tough to be getting back up to your feet against anybody who's laying on you 250 some odd pounds. It's just impossible. It's like, I can't really take too much away from him from that. But that's also the only time we've really seen him on the ground in a grappling exchange or a wrestling exchange where he would have to try and get back up. So in terms of his ground game, there's not really much to say for it. Like, you have to expect this to only be a stand-up fight for Pavlovich. I don't see where he would have an advantage over Aspinall on the ground in any way. I'm not sure if I'm 100% ready to give Pavlovich the advantage on the feet either. I know he is definitely the more powerful puncher, but I'm not sure if he's the more technical one. We've seen Aspinall and we've seen Pavlovich on the feet, and Sergei, he's just stronger than everybody, man. He's more powerful. So any guy who tries to get into a stand and bang exchange with him, they're going to be put on their ass. They're done. They're not going to win. But with a guy like Aspinall, who is going to be better than any opponent he's faced, let's face it, he's going to also have to worry about Aspinall's speed, because Aspinall's not going to sit there and just stand with him. I think that would be really dumb of him to do, and it would be dumb for any high-level opponent to do against a guy like Pavlovich. But for me to say that Aspinall has a striking advantage is crazy. I know. You guys are probably thinking, this guy's nuts. But, I mean, I just think that he's the more technical striker between the two. So, all in all, like, if I'm really picking a winner here, and I'm looking at everything that I have in front of me on the table, their skills, who they've beaten, I'm going to have to go with Tom Aspinall here. I think Tom Aspinall wins this fight. And I know Pavlovich has been on a tear and he's been destroying everybody, but I think Aspinall is actually a really special heavyweight. I think he is very different than a lot of guys and has a lot more in his toolbox compared to some of these other heavyweights. And I think that'll be enough for him to get the job done on Saturday night. And I don't want to write off Sergei Pavlovich. Don't get me wrong. I think there are definitely issues he can cause for Tom Aspinall. I just think that he isn't going to be able to be fighting the way he has been fighting in his previous fight, and he's going to need to be more reliant on other methods in order to win here. And I know he probably has been training because he was the backup fighter for Jones and Miocic, so he was probably training takedown defense and things like that, preparing for one of those guys. But with the way Aspinall's been in wrestling and grappling, I can't really go against him until I see him make a mistake. So that's going to be my official prediction for the fight on Saturday night. I think that Tom Aspinall, great fighter. Sergei Pavlovich, great fighter. But I'm going to take Aspinall to win it, and I'm going to take him to get the finish as well. I just don't think this fight's going to go 25 minutes. I don't think heavyweight fights do go 25 minutes. I mean, I say that, and we just had Derek Lewis versus Charlton Almeida go 25 minutes, but we know what happened there. It was a snooze fest, so yeah. Anyways, that's it for this one. I want to thank you guys once again for watching. If you enjoyed, subscribe. UFC 295 is going to be awesome. I'm super excited for it. The co-main and the main event make up for a lackluster card. But yeah, it's going to be a great night of fights anyways. I'm super excited. And yeah, I want to hear what you guys also have to say in the comments down below. Let me know who you think is winning this fight. Am I off with this one? Do you think Pavlovich is just going to go in there and steamroll Aspinall? Or do you see that Aspinall does have more tools to his game, and that might be what helps him get the job done? So yeah, thank you guys once again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.